Everybody? This is going to be episode 4 of the Sean Review. Today, I wanted to talk about something that I've noticed for a while now. It's pretty obvious, okay? To me, anyway. But this issue, alright, so... Okay, so I noticed that the left started coming up with this term called the alt-right, okay? Alt-right. Everything suddenly was alt-right, okay? And obviously I'm sitting here going, okay, first off, what the fuck is alt-right? Number one. Number two, this sounds like something else that I can explain later, which essentially involves whenever you make up a word make up a word that's, I don't know, it's not really actually anything, but they make up a word and then use it to generate their own definition of whatever it is that they want to define something as, okay? So, first off, let's start with something really obvious here first, which is that the alt-right is not a real thing. There is no such thing as the alt-right. Trust me, okay? This is something stupid that the left made up in order to try to, label all these people that they don't even understand or know, into some pile of people to try to to try to push their own cause along, essentially, because that's how their brains work. They don't think that far ahead. They don't see that you're an actual person. They do not see that, okay? They see just a faceless enemy, which I stole that term from somebody else. I saw it on a YouTube video yesterday, but it's a really good explanation of how their brains work. Like, they think you are the faceless enemy, the man, so to speak, okay? That is how most liberals who argue against conservatism actually view conservatism and conservative people, as faceless enemies who are somehow greedy and powerful and doing all of the, big money, dudes in suits and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of their arguments, they're baseless. They're completely baseless. They have nothing to really. They can construe an argument saying some things, but in the end, their actual basis for what they're trying to say is completely off the mark altogether. And so, in the midst of that bad and false definition of conservatism, of this fake thing called the alt-right and so forth, I wanted to really get down to something first. So let's talk about the what do I want to talk about? Do I want to talk about the alt-right first, or do I want to talk about what actual conservatism is first? Because both of those things need to really be described, okay? So let's talk about the alt-right first, okay? Now, first off, the alt-right, they're not actual conservatives, okay? They're the left posing as conservatives. That's what that is. Trust me, okay? And one thing I noticed was that, so obviously on Reddit and all this stuff, we started, and Facebook and everywhere else, we were seeing there was a huge trend where people were censoring the conservative voice. They were being censored. They were being kicked out. They were all this stuff was happening on these very major websites on the internet, right? And come on, brain. And so oh, come on, I gotta keep going here. I'm trying to keep on my train of thought. And so they were being censored, right? And so we see there is this intention. There is an intention to censor. There is an intention to immorally go about doing something to stop somebody's voice, to stop somebody else's momentum, to stop somebody, okay? We know that is an intention. Now we can use that to show another thing, which is essentially this alt-right thing. Now, we started seeing all these alt-right people pop up out of nowhere. And what they wanted to do was they wanted to create some place for conservatives to flood into that would also suck, just like all the other places, and they would get frustrated and give up or something like that. In other words, it was something created by the left in order to continue this intent to destroy, okay? For whatever reason, just because their brains don't really, something's wrong there, okay? So we saw all these sites pop up. You know, we had this like thing like Breitbart and like Milo and like all this stupid shit where immediately when somebody starts talking or claiming that they're conservative, any conservative is sitting there going, who in the fuck is this person? This person does not in any way embody what it is that true conservatives actually embody, this alt-right thing, okay? You know? And so basically I want to go about hammering in the fact that alt-right is really just leftists posing as conservatives. That's what that is, okay? And that also explains all the really stupid and crazy shit that apparently they do, which I don't understand, and it's not conservative, okay? So, and it falls in line with all the fake news stuff and fake this and that or whatever, you know. Lots of fake things. This is just another fake thing made by the left. Alt-right. That's what that is, all right? So, now that we've fully defined what the alt-right is, okay, or whatever it's not, or that it's not anything real, or whatever it is that we really want to say, I think it's really important to actually define what true conservatism is, because that definition does not actually get out enough, okay? And I really think I should do this in a completely separate video, because it's going to take an entire video to really talk about, honestly, I think. Okay, so let's use this video just to talk about the invention of the alt-right and how it's actually just, you know, something else that is essentially off the mark altogether. Okay, that's what the alt-right is. It's all bullshit, and I'm going to define what conservatism is in my next video, or at least attempt to, or get somewhere close to the central core of whatever conservatism really is, and we'll try to go about that. So this is episode 4 of the Sean Review, and I hope you've enjoyed, and hope you have an excellent day. Take care. Cheers.